Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to TTTV and TTL F1. We are back now for round 2. And what a place to do it on the home turf of Silverstone. That's why we're back in the UK. So, we're back home where it all belongs. So, if you haven't seen the first race of the stream, head back and watch it. For those who have not seen it and just tuned in for round 2, give you 5 seconds now to cover your ears. So then, for the recap then, for round 1 then, we were in USA, where we had all action packed since the get-go, and overtakes going across the field. And also strategy playing into a factor, along with some incidents. So your top 3 then, you came out of that race on top then, will be Ollie in P1 then at the moment, along with Lambo in P2 and Poe in P3 then. So that is your top 3 at the moment. Out of them 3, who will clinch the top? It's all pressured down to this track. Any slip-ups or mistakes or any incidents or DNF will pull in a deciding factor here. But still to play for anyone in P4 and P5, if the likes the top 3 just start to get tangled up and obviously crash out, which opens the spot then for people down below to take the top spot if they're still keeping the consistency. At the moment we have got currently 11 drivers here. We're still waiting for at least a couple to come and join us. Still, Ollie will be there at top, knowing that he won the first race with a beautiful overtake on the last lap to get Poe. Obviously being on a different sub compound to Poe, he was on the softer compound, powered his way through and overtook Poe for the deciding victory there at the crucial point near the end of the lap as well. So Ollie will be feeling pumped and ready to take potentially his possibility, his first Challenge Cup trophy to be on the honours list. But don't rule out Lambo as well, because he hasn't claimed one yet either, and he'll be up to take the spot. But don't rule out Poe as well, who also has won the Challenge Cup before in the past. He'll be looking to try and get trophy number 2 for his cabinet, and also to extend it on the honours list. So then we are off to Silverstone then, around the short track layout. So the track will be shorter than it is the likes of Austin and also Bahrain. In fact, all the other short tracks as well, to top off precisely. So, well, exception of Japan, I'll probably say it'll be on the par same track length as Japan, but probably Japan will be a little bit shorter. So after turn 3, then the track diverts back onto the hangar straight instead. So instead of going left to carry on, going through Wellington Straight, Brooklands, Lovefields, Cops, Maggots and Beckett's, just come out on exit of Chapel. So all will be very interesting then for this finale. So then the clouds are still following us from Austin, but with no threat of raining. So the drivers there will be just thinking a little bit slightly different in terms of aeros and strategic wise for this track layout. Probably get away with a nice even balance. It is quite pacey and quite short, so drivers then will be lining up to get themselves going, and also getting their strategical on their tyres. Although the pit doesn't make difference to the pit limit of speed, it is still acting the same as it is normally is for its race conditions of 37 miles an hour down the straight. So then, we're jumping on board then with the McLaren or Squeezy then, heading down towards turn 1. Fast right hander at Avi then. Again, keeping nice under control. Oh, nearly losing the back end there, and he does again. So he lost the back end, so we switch it on to courtesy of Rapid then after turn 2, turn 3. Again, this is where you cut onto the back, onto the exit of Chapel, then onto the hangar straight itself. So heading down the main hangar straight there. DRS is active. Heading down to old classic of Stowe then. Meanwhile, Poe has retired, so that's not going to help Poe going around Stowe with Rapid though. Again, keeping it all nice and stable. Heading up towards Club and Vale then. Yeah, keeping it nice and steady there for Rapid there. Didn't get the apex on Club. And there we go. Over the line there goes P4 then. Lambo there taking the top spot of P1 there with Sean in P2 and Ollie in P3. So, Rapid there qualified there in P4. Thank you for so much there for a little bit of track guide there, Rapid. And also to Squeezy as well. Unfortunately they lost it on the back end, so I had to quickly flick it to Rapid to carry on with the lap. So then, your grid lineup then. Be Lambo in P1, Sean in P2 there, so keep an eye out on Sean then from P2. He might make an upset towards the front. Ollie in P3, Rapid in P4, Siege in P5, Mace in P6, Easy in P7, Squeezy there down in P8. Francis there in P9, and Poe and Graham there in P10 and 11 then. Interesting strategy there. Obviously, Ollie and Siege, Francis, they're going for mediums. Rest going on subs. So obviously, Poe and Graham there didn't set lap time, so they got 3 tighty tyres on what they want to go for. Obviously, you can guarantee you're not seeing the hards out here because hard tyres will not benefit whatsoever. You'll be losing too much time. But again, down to driver's professional preference. And what tyres I want to take for the race, although the ones who qualified on tyres will just have to use the tyres they used in qualifying for their fastest lap time. So, no rain whatsoever. Typical nice spring sunny day, I say, in Great Britain, as it has been so far recently here. So then, just waiting for the drivers in, just to get themselves lined up and ready then. And we are going to be going on the way into the formation lap then. Lambo leads the way with Sean in P2, Ollie in P3, Rapid P4, Siege P5, Maze in 6, Uzi 7, Squeezy 8, Francis 9, and Poe 10th, and SJ Graham in 11th. So obviously Poe and Graham there off to go for the soft tyres, going for an aggressive strategy. And again, drivers there nearly getting caught out there on the track layout, thinking of the full layout. But again, keeping it all reasonable under control. Lambo then in the prime spot, then all he's got to do is try and outscore Ollie then in P3 to clinch his first Challenge Cup title. Also, Ollie will be looking to clinch his first one as well. But don't forget Poe though, he is in P10. Don't rule him out. He has won the Challenge Cup before, so he is familiarised in these type of situations. Although Poe is on the back foot, he did finish 3rd in the first race, so he's hoping for the likes of Lambo and Ollie there making a crucial mistake to help him out completely. But as everyone there just getting lined up onto the grid, they're just waiting for a couple there at the back just to get himself into position. And then we'll be underway for the British Grand Prix short layout. So 3, 4, 5 lights in. And it's lights out with a little bit of delay. And here we go. Lights out and away we go. Lambo there getting a good start there. Everyone there getting off to reasonably good start so far. Getting through turn 1. This is a crucial point. Again, all in there is Sean Siege there going off right there. Under pressure there by Rapid and Squeezy. Going side by side there, getting everyone going through there nice and fine. No one getting caught up there whatsoever. Again, everyone there all getting on under control there. All that is Renault then getting out of shape. That looks like Renault there or Francis. That looks like it was getting a bit out of shape. Meanwhile though, Poe is on the back of Maze. Poe making up a move before Stowe, and he goes up into P7 already. So Poe is already on a charge. Maze is not giving up though. Trying to get past him as much as he can, but not at the moment. Meanwhile though, we have got a couple of cars into pits then. We have got Siege and we also got Uzi in the pits. Now, I don't know if they picked up any damage, but still, they're in the pits quite early. Maybe just get rid of the tyres and try to go long. So then Lambo leads away by Sean. Ollie in P3. Ollie on the back of Sean. Ollie needs to get a move on if he has any chance of winning the Challenge Cup. So far as it stands, Lambo is in the prime spot. But it's still early days yet. Still got 13 laps. Meanwhile though, battle of the Renaults there. Francis again up on overtaking there on Maze up into P7 there just before Stowe. So Francis there on the charge then. Obviously Francis on the alternative strategy at the moment. Meanwhile though, Sean setting the fastest lap time there in P2. So Sean's on the charge. Also doing well out Poe as well. He's on the charge as well. He's setting the fastest lap time to beat Sean on that one. Obviously Poe there up into P6. Chasing down the back of Rapid as we speak. So obviously DRS will be active. And obviously the only feature to be used is down this back straight here. Poe there with DRS. Obviously, can he get close to get Rapid? Can he get the move done by Stowe? He's looking for a move. Rapid going defensive. Poe will have to go out the long way around. Oh, can he make a stick around the outside? Yes, he does at the moment. Still side by side. They're heading up towards Club. Also, Poe is on the inside now. It comes to the outside. Obviously, Rapid there getting a good line there. And obviously, Ollie is into the pits already. And Rapid there still hangs out ahead. Oh, and that is Rapid. Rapid lost it on the last corner. And that is Rapid out of the race. Oh, that is unfortunate for Rapid. He was battling there with Poe. I don't know if them two touched or not, but Rapid there unfortunately got collected up in that. So that is Rapid out of the race then. So first retirement then. Francis then chasing down the back of Poe. Although just a little bit too far back to get anything of an attack on him. Meanwhile though, everyone there trying not to get a 5 second stop go. Poe's got one of that. Poe's not going to like that getting a 5 second stop go. That is going to cruise him and he lost a bit of time there if he serves it now or added on to the end of the race. Meanwhile though, Maze is still plodding on. He's up into P3. Sean there chasing down the back of Lambo. So Sean then maybe aiming for a first win maybe in the TTFL. Well, TTL F1. I'll get my words right round. But still, Squeezy there, obviously going on the mediums there. And obviously Lambo and Sean now Sean in into the pits then. So obviously Sean then planning to do the undercut on Lambo then. So Lambo now has to push to catch them to get an overcut potentially on Sean. Meanwhile though, Francis is on the back of Poe then. Poe now under pressure by Francis. Side by side down the hanging straight. Francis going for the inside. Poe trying to squeeze him as much as possible. Trying not to give enough room in the braking zone. And then Francis is up into P5 then. Although goes off a little bit wide. Poe though not giving up whatsoever. But I think it's just a little bit too far back to go for it. Sean then just coming out of the pits then. Where is Ollie? It's going to be close. And Sean then gets back ahead of Ollie. Meanwhile though, Lambo is into the pits. So this is crucial. Obviously the slowest pit lane. Lambo will have to suffer. Maze is also into the pits as well. Siege though is on the hardest tyre going. He is on a set of hards. So keep an eye on Siege. It may benefit him later on. Although at the moment Francis, Poe and Siege still dueling out at the moment for the top three. Meanwhile though, Sean leading the train. Where is Lambo? Lambo's just heading out to the exit of the pit lane. And there he goes. He shouldn't get himself going. Ollie setting the fastest lap time. Sean and Ollie going side by side. Turn 1. This is going to be risky. And Ollie gets the move down on Sean. Then for around turn 1 into turn 2 over the crest then. So Ollie then up into P2. Sean has to concede down to into P3 then. Maze meanwhile slots just ahead of Uzi and just behind Squeezy. So, although Uzi's looking for a move on Maze, making the most of the advantage there of warm tyres. And Uzi there gets a move done on Maze down the hanging straight, and we've got DRS then to help him out beautifully here. Still though, Maze can still go and attack Uzi though. Meanwhile though, Poe and Francis are still side by side, still dueling in. Sean and Ollie as well, keep an eye on them too as well. So we've got pretty much 3 battles I've got to keep an eye out particularly. Obviously starting off with the closest one, which is Poe and Francis there. Poe nearly losing it around turn 2, keeps it under control. Meanwhile Uzi though, starting to feel a bit more pressure off the Maze. Maze there just not close enough yet to go for attack. He's lining up for a move down straight. Meanwhile though, Poe though going for attack on Francis. Can he go for it around Stowe? Not at the moment. So meanwhile though, Izzy and Maze again, same mirror move as Losos, Poe and Francis. Just nothing to it yet whatsoever. Although Poe now is looking for another move. Looking on another move. See if he gets... Oh! And now it's Francis! Is that Francis going off? Francis has gone off. And he's gone into the wall. He's lost his front ring. So Francis they're losing it. On exit turn 1. That's not good there for Francis then. And just has... And he's still got a bit of front wing, but a heavily damaged one. Picks up 10 seconds there, obviously, just to get himself back out on track. Meanwhile, though, it is definitely now hotting up at the front. This is for the Challenge Cup top spot. Francis then, meanwhile, leaves the session. So, not particularly happy. But the 2 top are at the top at the moment of Lambo and Ollie. At the moment, level on points. However, Ollie will probably potentially clinch it due to first win in the first round. Unless they decided to go in alphabetical order, where pretty much Ollie will win that if he goes by terms of full name. But at the moment, Ollie is on a charge to get in front of Lambo. Lambo now under huge pressure. These two have never won the Challenge Cup. So, it is down to them two. Lambo has been in this situation before, when battling with Siege in Season 2 in the Challenge Cup of the TTFL. Again, around the same track. And obviously Lambo again just lost out to Siege. But still, Lambo at the moment is in the top spot to potentially clinch it off Ollie. Still fairly close though. Meanwhile though, Squeezy and Siege getting closer together on track here. Obviously Siege on the hardest compound going. Meanwhile Squeezy is on the certain mediums, more quicker and durable out this lot. And Siege then goes down the inside of Siege and gets it through up into P5 just around Stowe. So Squeezy then getting past Siege. Next car up ahead for him will be Poe if he can catch him up in time. Meanwhile though, the battle at the front is still hotting up. Lambo and Ollie. It is going to be very close. Is Ollie going to pull off another move like he did with Poe at round 1? This will be very interesting to see where Ollie can get Lambo. They're again in DRS range. Can Ollie do it around Stowe? Not at the moment. He is getting himself very close here, Ollie. And knows, oh, when he goes off wide there, that's not going to help him at all. Only dirt on his tyres. Again, keeping it well under control on the brakes wise though. Getting enough grip out of it. Again, Lambo there just pulling away from Ollie there on the exit there. So headed into the last lap. Again, it's a last lap shootout. Again for the top 2. Who is going to clinch? Who is going to clinch it? If Lambo maintains up front, it'll be very tough for who's going to win it. Obviously, hopefully we find out in a minute because we go into the interview stage. And hopefully I'll get the words and the answers I need for anyone who's keeping up on the sports. But Ollie's running out of time. It's the last slot saloon. He's not got a chance at the moment, but he has got a chance around club if he gets the exit here right. Again, goes off wide. Again, it depends on penalties. Anyone who's got penalties at the moment. Shaw meanwhile is up into P3. But Lambo is coming along across the line then to take P1 of round 2. Has Lambo done it? Lambo's got P1, Ollie in P2. Next car of the line is Sean. He is battling with Poe. Sean in P3, Poe in P4. Although Poe's going down lots of places due to penalties, Siege then promotes himself up into P4, Squeezy in P5, Poe in P6 at the moment. Where is Maze? Maze is in P7, gets promoted up to 6 due to penalties for Poe. Uzi then in P8 then, and the next car to come over the line is Uzi then. Grab of SJ Graham, but round 2 winner though is Lambo. So then the top 3 then as of round 2 and the last race of round 2. Sean in P3, Ollie in P2, Lambo taking the top spot. So who has actually clinched it? That is going to be interesting. I am just going to ask a question then to someone about that. Because they obviously can't share a trophy. One has to take the spot. So then, Lambo takes P1 then, with Ollie P2, Sean in P3, Siege in P4, Squeezy P5, Maze in P6, Poe in P7, Uzi in P8, S. Graham in P9, Francis P10, and Rapid in P11. So, as there's going to be a lot of confusion then who's going to find out, I am going to try and find out very quickly whilst live on stream and getting myself ready for interviews. Personally, it is a bit of an interesting one in terms of who has actually won the Challenge Cup. Never ever in TTL history we had both winners in class 2 races. Theoretically should do a third race for the decider on this one, but somehow obviously stick with 2. So it'll be very interesting to see who actually wins this, because obviously it was agreed to do 2 rounds. Unless I get a message for the host, or should I say the host as in the league owner, see how we can settle this out. Again, I am trying to literally try and get this sorted out quick as possible so we can get facts going. Unless it's agreed there's going to be a third race, then it'll be interesting. This is going to be like literally very interesting. Ooh. We got 5. Oh, we're going to have a little special little race then. So, as I'm just getting it all sorted out, just give me 2 seconds, I'll try and confirm. So, at the moment then, we have got potentially a 5-lap race. I believe it is between Ollie and Lambo, as they're both tied on points. So, at the moment, I'll keep the stream active and hopefully should get a little info in. Obviously, being a decider, it is going to be pretty much all down to setup of the 2 drivers. Obviously, it is going to be raced at the same location. But it'd just be very close with the 5 lappers. Hopefully just again. Let's see what happens again. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try and get this all set up. Again, just waiting for a potential invite going on here so I can get into the showdown between the two drivers. There is again, it is literally like very unexpected. Oh, rapid there. I feel sorry for you there making desyncs out of that one. Just read the comment. Now how you feel with the desyncs. As we're still waiting for Lovey to be set up then. Who would you cast your votes then? Who will win out of Ollie and Lambo? Two quick drivers, both won the race apiece. Going down to head-to-head lockdown on the last track. Although I've been told it would be racing in Britain, although now I've been told that someone now is going to be potentially be raced on a neutral track, which will be Bahrain. Or it could be Japan, but I think they'll probably go for Bahrain's more open areas to overtake than it is Japan. It's just done around sector 1. So once I get invited in, just bear with me whilst I get all sorted up and linked up. And it has been confirmed. It is going to be raced around Britain again, and it'll be a 5-lapper. So 5-lapper showdown around Great Britain. Lambo versus Ollie. So this is the little extra feature race, which I was not going to be expected for tonight. So it'll be interesting between the two. Who will get it out on top? So whilst we just literally wait then. Oh, here we go. I've got an invite. Just bear with me, ladies and gents. So obviously just getting put into the lobby at the moment then. Whilst the lobby is getting pre-set up. So obviously at the moment Maze is setting up the lobby as we speak. He's got for 1-shot quali and a 5-lapper. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, 2 seconds. Okie dokie, I'm back, that's better. So, yeah, we've got a 5-lapper, 1-shot quali. Although the 1-shot will probably not be beneficial as much. But all action is to be played for. This is the special feature race, which is unexpected, to decide who will get the top spot. The location will be the same race as the second race, located in UK. This time though, it is going to be a tight battle between Lambo and Ollie. So is it going to be pretty much anyone who's watching the stream he was opted to watch these two duel out. Is it going to be Team Ollie or is it going to be Team Lambo? Again though, we'll see what happens. Make the best driver win. Let's say at least. So then, just waiting now for Ollie and Lambo then, just to get themselves geared up, get themselves pumped up, ready for the head-to-head. Winner takes the cup. Never ever in TTL history has the Challenge Cup been decided down to a driver face-off for the cup. And this is going to be the first time in history it's going to happen. And hopefully not to be repeated again, maybe. You never know. Ollie there ready to go. Just waiting on Lambo. So here we go then. Off to qualifying for the one shot. He will get themselves out on pole out of these two. The question is though, who will come out on top in the race? Qualifying will not be so much of a factor, but the race will be the important one. Who is the first to be cracked under pressure? Who will be the first to get the cup? He will be the one over the line. He will accommodate more penalties than the other. And here we go. On board with Lambo then. Heading down towards turn 1. The second time tonight. Keeping him well under control. Round turn 2. Heading down towards turn 3. Keeping it very nice under control. The kink of 4. Heading into the kink of 5. Heading down on the back of the hanging straight there. Lambo there losing the back out there. So obviously Ollie not doing qualifying. Obviously Lambo will take pole. So obviously with Lambo there still carrying on. Might as well just carry on to complete the lap. He's probably realised that Ollie maybe just retired out the race. Well, out of the qualifying. But heading up towards Club and Vale now. Obviously Lambo just taking it as a cheeky little Sunday drive. So heading up towards the last corner now. Obviously Lambo there will take P1. Ollie will just have to deal with P2 then. So decision time then. Crunch time between the two top drivers to challenge out for the Challenge Cup. So it is a 5-lapper. And a 5-lapper only. The formation lap is being turned off. Weather is still dry. It is down to Ollie versus Lambo. Now, you can put in the comments who you will think will win the Challenge Cup. Is it going to be Lambo or Ollie? Going to be root on hashtag Team Ollie or hashtag Team Lambo? Do what you want in the comments, but keep it nice and reasonable. No swearing or cussing. So, both drivers then. Best of luck between them two. 3, 4, 5. And it's lights out and away we go then. Ollie and Lambo then heading off side by side. Lambo takes the lead into turn 1 then. Keeping it very nice under control so far. Lambo has to do is try and break away from Ollie. Ollie will have to do is try and get ahead of Lambo. Ollie there cutting off turn 2 a little bit, but keeping it under control. Keeping reasonable distance. Both on the both set of same tyres. Obviously Ollie there collecting a bit of dust there. Will probably benefit a little bit less than Lambo will do just now. Although Lambo's not got much of a small margin. Gap is still 7 tenths. It's 5 laps, heading around Stowe then for the first time again. Lambo there, keeping it in checked. Ollie, meanwhile, keeping it reasonably close, only about at least over about, what, half a second. So, Ollie then keeping reasonably close to Lambo. Obviously, then Lambo sets first lap, as is the default first lap as always. Heading into lap 2. Again, Ollie there cutting off turn 2 again. That is going to prove costly there for Ollie if he wants to win the Challenge Cup. This is not any time to make any mistakes whatsoever. He is now almost a second clear behind Lambo. Lambo here is in prime spot at the moment, keeping it on the foot down. Ollie meanwhile will probably have ready 2 warnings to his name for track excursion. Lambo at the moment keeping it pointing in the right direction on course for a victory. Ollie picks up a 2-second penalty. Now that will be the deciding factor here. Unless Lambo makes a mistake, Ollie will not guarantee a win. Lambo then setting another fastest lap time into lap 3 then. Again, Lambo keeping nice and good on the track. Ollie this time get around second corner reasonably fine. Lambo then knowing that Ollie's closing in a little bit more now, but he has got 2 seconds to add on to the end of his time. Ollie is now praying for Lambo to make a mistake of some sort, but the gap within half a second. And this is for the battle for the trophy of the Challenge Cup. Again, I will be doing interviews after this race and try and get anyone who was in that race as well to just like come in and say hello and put their name down on the board and have a good little chat before I close the stream. But at the moment, lap 4, 4 attempts separating it. Ollie getting very close here. Lambo will be starting feeling a little bit of pressure, but you've probably been told by his engine and Ollie there making a mistake, and that's the costly loss there for Ollie. Not what he wanted to do to lose the back end. That is pretty much looks like Lambo there probably maybe conceding position there of P1 of the Challenge Cup. Meanwhile though, Lambo is still pushing on. Ollie though, that mistake, obviously with the earlier mistake there, is probably cost him the potential victory though. He's still pushing on though. Lambo there is still pushing on, going round the lap for the last lap there. And Ollie there is retired. So Ollie's decided to retire. So therefore then, Lambo then takes the Challenge Cup trophy. As Ollie has retired, which automatically descends him down to as a DNF. Lambo then is your Challenge Cup champion out of the head-to-head lockout. He's probably known already. He is weaving. He is celebrating to go for a head-to-head lockout with Ollie making a mistake at the worst possible times. Lambo there kept his head cool, kept it under control, and will take the trophy home. His first trophy in TTL F1 there. And what is he going to do? Donuts. Yes, he is. Lambo there is going to do donuts. And he knows it. He knows it. He's got the Challenge Cup for the first time in TTL. And the first time ever TTL, he did a head-to-head lockout for the Challenge Cup trophy. Bring it home, Lambo. Just bring it home. You've done your donuts. So Lambo is your Challenge Cup winner of Season 12. So then, with no matter of dues then, Lambo is your champion then of the Challenge Cup. And what way to do a lockout around Silverstone. Ollie there making a couple of mistakes there which cost him dearly. Dropping it just before the hanger straight. So then, with that complex is over with, we'll try and see if I can get anyone in for potential interviews if they're all still on. So if I can get in then for potential interviews, then we'll do rapid, get Lambo in as well in the box. See who else I can get in. Looks like it'll just be a case of the top 3, hopefully, if they all can get him in. Just have a little quick chat before we close off the stream then. Hopefully we should have a couple of drivers in, just have an interview. Hopefully they should join in, but if not, we'll close the stream and give it a couple of minutes at least. I'll just give it a couple more seconds to see if anyone joins in. Okie dokie, looks like none of the drivers are going to be turning up then. That's fair enough, as they put all their efforts into tonight then. So, going through the advertisement then throughout the week then before I quickly close off the stream. So for Thursday then, we're starting off with the new season then for TTL. And we'll be back where it all starts in Australia, around Melbourne. So join Kieran then in the box for Thursday for that one. It should be a cracker at 8 PM. Hopefully if Kieran's there. Obviously patching himself up and getting himself nearby the computer monitors as much as he possibly can. So join Kieran then on Thursday for that one. And then on Friday, Andy will be in the box for the TTFL. So start off the new season for that one, as the seasons have changed down a little bit for that to make life easier for the drivers and also get enough of the seasons in as much as possible. So join Andy in the box there for Friday on that one. And then also Saturday, also join Andy around 8 PM on the stream for Project Cars. So I hope you can join him on that one for sure for Saturday. So tune in for that one. And then on Sunday, obviously going for, I believe, the Challenge Cup for Sunday for the TTL F2. Hope you can join Nexus Jack for that one on Sunday. Obviously not sure on tracks or layout or structure of that one we're going to be, but tune in for Jack on that one at 8 PM for sure, and he will tell you what is all going on. So for the time being then, it's been nice to having you all there joining us tonight. I've been Steph. Thank you for so much for joining. Take care all, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.